Good morning, grade 8. We are having vocabulary today. It's page 182 and it's practice number 25. Please keep your books open. Page 182, practice number 25. Okay, and all the questions will be in the chat box. So we are having a number of words today. The first word is amnesia. Now we will first of all study each word individually with its meaning, definition, and what part of speech it is, and then we will solve the exercise later. Okay, so I will explain you the words first. Let's start with amnesia. Amnesia is a noun, and what does it mean? It means loss of a memory or a condition of a memory loss. As you can see here in the picture, this, as the leaves are flying away, it is here denoting or indicating the memory. So when a person loses his memory, this condition or this state is called amnesia. It is a noun. Okay. Now, luckily, we are having all the words that are actually somehow relatable to our current situation, to the current situation of Corona, COVID-19, and whatever is happening around us. It is somehow related. All the words are relatable to our current situation, our current condition, what's going on right now. So they are somehow, some of them are medicated, like most of them, not some, are medical terms, okay? Terms that we use in biology, in medicine, so they are all medical related. Let's move on to the next word, which is antidote. Now, what's an antidote? It is the opposite of poison. Now, it's a noun, again, and it is a remedy or medicine for counteracting the effects of poison, or it is a cure. Okay, so you can, if I want to use one word for antidote, it is a cure. Okay, it is a cure. But in detail, the definition would go like this for you to understand it better. A remedy or medicine for counteracting the effects of poison. Okay, so if someone unfortunately has accidentally taken poison, so we will try to find the antidote of it to counteract or counteract the effects of poison. Okay, so that's antidote. Next is cardiac. Now, cardiac is an adjective, and what it means is anything related to the heart. Okay, as you can see in the picture, anything that is related to heart is called cardiac. A cardiac surgery, let's say, so it will be a surgery, an operation that is done for the heart or something related to the heart. Okay, so we also have cardiac arrest that we often sometimes replace with the term heart attack. So that's how we have cardiac used as an adjective in our sentences, which means anything related to the heart, a cardiac doctor, a doctor of heart. Okay? Then the third word is communicable. Now, what is communicable? Communicable is an adjective and anything that can be transferred. As you can see in the picture, the red person is infected, let's say, and if this disease that he has can be transferred to other people, then this is called communicable. Okay, because we are talking about the medical terms, terminology, so we are taking this communicable in the same manner. Like if someone is having a disease, it can be communicable if it can be transferred to other person, or if it is if it can be transmitted. So transferable. Next is contagious. The contagious is quite similar to communicable. Yes, there is a question. Like corona, exactly, exactly. Corona is actually I have very specific words for that too. That will come later. Okay, that will come along the session later. But communicable is anything that can be. It is not only it is not only related to the disease. Anything communicable is something that can be communicated. Okay, but here in this lesson, it means a disease that can be transferred, like corona, or or we can say contagious. Now, this word is more appropriate if we talk about corona. Contagious is anything that spreads quickly or a disease that can be caught by touch. Okay, anything. There are two definitions, by the way. Anything that spreads quickly, that is contagious. Okay, and contagious can be also a behavior, a bad behavior that spreads quickly. People follow it, people try to imitate it, copy it. So that's also contagious, but it is always taken in negative terms. So anything that spread quickly or a disease that can be caught by touch. As you can see here, one hand is having all these germs, and when the other hand touches it, the germs are transferred to the other. So this is contagious. Okay, contagious spreading by touching, spreading through touching. Then we have dehydration. Dehydration is a noun. It is the condition when you have loss of water from your body. So a loss of water from your body is dehydration, when your body lacks water. For example, here this person is not dehydrated, which is having 100%. 75% is not dehydrated. 50% and 25% can be said as dehydration. Okay, so this is dehydration and this is dehydration because there is loss of water from the body. And it's a noun. Please remember, anything that ends with shun, I-O-N, T-I-O-N, S-I-O-N is always a noun. Now here we have epidemic. Now epidemic is a noun and it's a widespread disease. Just like corona we have currently. So there was nothing better than showing you the picture of COVID-19 as it's surrounding. As you can see, corona surrounding the entire globe, entire planet, Earth. So that's called epidemic. Epidemic is a widespread disease. It's a noun. But remember, now you might get confused between epidemic and communicable. Remember that communicable is an adjective. So whenever it will come in a sentence, it will come with a noun. Also contagious is an adjective. When it will come in a sentence, it will come as an adjective. But epidemic is a noun. It means any disease which is widespread. Okay, so for example, let's say corona is a disease that is widespread. So we call it epidemic. It's an epidemic. And corona is contagious. It is communicable. Let's move on to the next word, which is hygiene. It is noun and it is a practice of keeping oneself and surrounding clean. Okay, so practice of keeping or act of keeping oneself and your surrounding clean is called hygiene. It can be a personal hygiene if you're taking care of yourself. If you're, for example, just look at the picture. If you're trimming your hair, if you're shaving, if you are washing yourself, cleaning yourself, cutting your hair, and brushing your teeth, brushing your hair, taking baths, all these actions lead to hygiene. These are personal hygiene. This is called personal hygiene. And here in the next picture, you can see someone washing his hand. This is also a part of personal hygiene. So Hygiene is practice of keeping oneself and surroundings clean. Now, the next word is immunization. Now, immunization is a noun, and it is the process of becoming immune against a disease. When you immunize somebody, or the process of immunization, it means you're building up the immune system of the person by either giving, for example, a lot of children, you yourself uh, had been given, when you were a child, had been given some polio drops or some vaccinations to build up your, or to boost your immune system, your ability to fight against diseases or germs or bacteria or viruses. Okay, so immunization is process of becoming immune against a disease. So building up your immune system, building up your ability to fight the diseases. That's immunization. It can be done through vaccination or by giving you some medicines or by uh, following a healthy schedule, following healthy practices. For example, eating good and exercising. So all these can be called a part of immunization. But mainly it means to give vaccinations or medicines that builds up or boosts your immune system. Next is inoculation. Now this is a noun and it is the act of injecting or vaccinating. Okay, so it's a vaccination and it's the act of injecting. Inoculation and immunization are quite related to each other. But when we talk about inoculation, it actually means vaccination. Okay, immunization can be, it means immunization can also consist of using drops or other ways of building your immune system. But here we mainly talk about vaccination, injecting, and all. Next is insomnia. Insomnia means when you have a sleeplessness, when you have sleeplessness, an order of sleeplessness. Okay, so when you are when you have a condition where you cannot sleep, you are trying hard but you can't sleep at night, then it means you have insomnia. You have a condition called insomnia or sleeplessness or restlessness. Next is medication, which is a noun. It is the use of medicine, or we can say the medicine itself. So, medication is the a kind of combination of medicines that you take. Okay, it's the combination of different medicines you take or you use is called medication that is prescribed by doctors. Next is quarantine. Quarantine is strict isolation. As you can see here, two girls sitting in their own rooms alone. Like it's isolating yourself, but strictly. Not going out in public and not letting anyone get inside your isolation place. So that's called quarantine. You don't let anybody in and you don't go out. That's isolation. It is usually done when there is an epidemic going on around or when doctor prescribes you or recommends you. And I think you have heard it quite often these days. So quarantine is, we all are at the moment quarantined. So quarantine is strict isolation. Now sedative. Sedative is an adjective and it is a treatment that is calming or soothing. Sedative can also be said as medicine. Okay, a medicine can be sedative if it soothes you or gives you calming effect. For example, let's say Panadol. Okay, we use Panadol to soothe the pain, to calm down the pain. So that's a sedative. A sedative is it is an adjective like a sedative medicine or sedative treatment. Okay, So anything that is calming or soothing is called sedative. It is an adjective. Here in the picture, she is she's been given a sedative treatment so that her pain can be relieved or can be calmed. If you have any question, you can please keep asking, okay? Like my did. Now, next is sterile. Sterile is adjective and it means anything that is free of germs or completely clean. So anything that blocks, that is free of germs, that is having no germs at all, is called sterile. Some like you might have heard sterile masks or sterile gloves. Those are gloves and masks that are completely clean, that have 0% germs on them. Okay. So next is ulcer. Now ulcer is a sore on the skin, formation of pus, and it's also formation of pus on the skin. It can happen in your stomach or it can happen within your oral cavity. It can be on the surface of your skin. So a sore on the skin, which is very painful, is called ulcer. It is not necessarily always on the stomach. When you have it in the stomach, you feel kind of burning when you eat some spicy food. Okay. So an ulcer is a sore on the skin. It could be in your mouth, in your inside or outside, inside your body or outside on the surface. On the surface. Now we will start the specialized vocabulary practice 25. You have the words here right in front of you. Complete each sentence with a word from the list. Use a dictionary as necessary. You have studied all the words now, so I think you are able to solve it. Let's start with number one. A doctor will dash someone if they want that person to have no visitors. So if you want no visitors, just like what's happening at the moment, what kind of situation this is called? Okay, there are there are several words here, and I think you can easily pick the word that is very appropriate. If you are having no visitors and you are not going out, a doctor will dash someone if they want that person to have no visitors, so no one comes to that person. Excellent. Very good, nice, and Aya. So it is quarantine. Number two, a dash problem is a problem that involves the heart. A dash problem is a problem. I will keep the chat box on the side so that I can keep on watching your messages. Yes, a dash problem is a problem that involves the heart, so it will be a cardiac problem. Very good, nice. So it is a cardiac problem. To calm someone, a doctor might prescribe now here to calm or to soothe someone. What would a doctor most likely prescribe? No, to calm somebody, to soothe somebody, to calm down. If you're having a pain and they immediately want to calm you down, it would be sedative. Very good, Tala. It will be sedative. Number four is an operating room must be dashed so that germs do not infect the wound. So an operating room must be what? Where the operations are done. It must be free of all the germs. There should be no germs. So anything that has no germs is what? No. Sterile. Excellent, Tala. Very good. Next is number five. Scurvy is caused by diet. So it is not dash. So it cannot be transferred. Okay? Because it is caused by diet. it is not caused by anything like touching, or it is not widespread, it is not transferable. So it is what? It is caused by diet. So it is not communicable. It cannot be passed to others. Okay? No, Aya, it's not dehydration. So it is not communicable because it is caused by diet, by eating. So when you eat something, it causes you to have scurvy. So it is not communicable from person to person. It cannot be transferred from person to person. It only happens when you eat a particular or specific thing. Next is spicy foods will cause pain when you have an dash in your mouth, throat, or stomach. So when you have this in your mouth, throat, or stomach, spicy food will cause you pain. So what do you have in your mouth, throat, or stomach? Very good, Aya. It is ulcer. Excellent. Number 7, your doctor can give you a dash that will help you breathe more easily. He will give you what? Very good. Medication. Excellent. That will help you breathe more easily. So let's move on to the next one. I will wait until you just take a picture of it or just write down in your book. Quarantine, number 1. Number 2, cardiac. Number 3, sedative. Number 4, sterile. Number 5, communicable. Number 6, ulcer. And number 7, medication. Now let's move on to the next one. The next is, okay, let me just move it. Okay, so here we have now the quickest treatment for mild dash is several glasses of water. So treatment for mild, excellent, dehydration. When you have dehydration, when you have lack of water in your body, you take a lot of water, you drink a lot of water. So it is dehydration. In case, very good, Tara. I'm impressed by your answers, by the way. In case of accidental poisoning, look on the label to learn the dash. So if someone has taken poison accidentally, what should we do? We should look at the label to learn the cure that will counteract the effects of poison. So we will learn about the antidote. Okay, the antidote is the opposite of poison. So we will look what should we use to kill the poison before the poison kills the person, kill the effect of poison. I mean. Next is people who cannot sleep have a condition called, what is this condition called? Sleeplessness. Yes, but we read a word for it. Sleeplessness was the meaning. It was insomnia. Okay, so sleeplessness, your answer is correct, Tala, but it is called insomnia, the term that we use for it. Now, next is, once the standard dash for smallpox was cowpox, a milder disease. Now, a cowpox was kind of, you can say, vaccination or treatment that was given. Okay, so it is inoculation. Sorry, it is inoculation. No, not contagious. It is inoculation. So the standard kind of vaccination for smallpox was cowpox, a milder disease. Once, we're talking about the past. Next is the common cold is a highly contagious. Very good. So it is number 12, Tala. If you answered number 12, you answered it correct because it is contagious. So a common cold can be transferred easily by just touching, sneezing, sitting close to each other. So it is contagious disease. Spreads quickly. Something that spreads quickly, contagious. Good dash includes washing your hands before eating. So what is a part of, like what is washing your hands part of, yeah, exactly. It is part of your personal hygiene. So it is hygiene. Hygiene is keeping yourself and your surroundings clean, the act of keeping yourself and surroundings clean. Now, very good, Aya. Excellent. Number 14 says your dash record has been updated. So, to show your last two booster shots. Now, here, booster shots mean vaccination. So, your dash record has been updated so that we know when you were given. No, not antidote, we have done it. Antidote is number 9, mice. It is the opposite of poison, the cure of poison. So, your immunization record, actually. So your immunization record has been given. It means immunization record is when you were given vaccination, when you were giving certain medicines to enhance or boost your immune system. So when we are talking about shots, we are talking about the medication or the vaccination or the drops that were given to a particular patient to boost or build up his immune system. Number 15, my whole family got sick during the flu dash last winter. During the flu, what last winter? Excellent, Tara. During the flu epidemic last winter, widespread flu. Okay. Next, number 16, which is the last one, it says the woman cannot remember the accident because she has. This was the word that we took in the very beginning. Very good, Mice. She has amnesia, which is loss of memory. On each question contains at least one vocabulary word. Answer each question by writing yes or no on the line. If you had insomnia, would a sedative be likely to help? If you have restlessness, yes, it will definitely help you. If you take it, it will calm you down, soothe you down. Does good hygiene help prevent the spread of contagious illness? Yes, like with what we are doing right now. If something is contagious, if a disease is contagious, right, exactly, Tana. If a disease is contagious, it will be cured by having good hygiene practices. Okay, like we are doing now. We are practicing washing our hands after every hour, using sanitizers, using masks, cleaning, keeping ourselves clean so that we don't get any disease from anybody or we do not transfer. So just yes. In amnesia, an antidote for is amnesia an antidote for cardiac problems? Amnesia is a loss of memory. How is it an antidote, first of all? And for that, cardiac problems? No. This is completely wrong. So it is no. Might a doctor quarantine someone who had a communicable disease? Yes. If someone is having a communicable disease, if it can be transferred to other people, he will definitely uh, suggest that person or just quarantine that person. Yes. Is an ulcer type of medication? No, ulcer is not the type of medication. It is a type of disease. So it's no. Okay. So that's it. I will finish the lesson, the session now. So thank you for coming. I hope you understood the lesson very well. I will upload it now in shortly on YouTube. You can watch it later. If you have any question, you can still ask me. Is there a word that you don't understand? You're welcome, Tala. So if you don't even understand or you want to repeat, just watch the video later, okay? And you can see all the words again with their complete meanings and definitions and all. Thank you, girls. Take care. Bye.